Most people might think that 10,000 steps changed my fitness because of the calories that it burns when I do it, but that's not actually what's the part that makes the biggest difference for me. Honestly, the thing that changed how I think about fitness is that the 10K steps made me realize that fitness really isn't even about finding the perfect workout. What makes your workout easy to do is not because it's perfect, but it's because you basically remove all the decision making or negotiations with yourself. So the 10K steps was really one of the first things that taught me that. It taught me just something repeatable that has a easy number attached to it, that is easy to do every single day, even when you don't want to, and that allows you to remove most of the negotiations. So 10K steps is never always exactly 10K steps. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes it's a little bit less. But I used to think that fitness was literally about the most perfect plan. And through maturing, but also through experience from having a personal trainer, I really had to get out of the mindset of trying to find the best workout. The best workout is always the workout that you're going to do and that's repeatable for you. 10K steps really isn't a magic potion, and it's not something every single person should just achieve to do for no reason. It just works for me because it's something that literally is so easy. I don't have to think about it. When I think about, oh, what am I going to do today? Like, I have a fitness plan and 10K steps is part of that plan. I have a meal prep plan, and drinking half my body weight in ounces is part of that plan. And it's something that I can integrate into my life instead of trying to find the best workouts for the best muscles, for the best XYZ. I just choose what works for me, because I'm not going to generalize anything, but I think a lot of people are looking for the best gym, the best program, the best workout. But really, you can't even be consistent with the thing you might end up finding because it's just not for you. It just doesn't work for you. So for me, there are a lot of workouts that I still don't really enjoy doing that I still do, but I can confidently say the majority of what I do for fitness does naturally work with me, because I realize that I don't have to find the best workout. I just have to find the one that works specifically for me. And the real problem behind all this is that I already knew a lot of the stuff that my personal trainer was telling me, like protein is good, lifting is good, walking is good. So basically, I didn't need to know more stuff. Like, yes, he's educated. Yes, other people who I talk to about fitness are educated, but no one's technically like knowing anything completely different. It's like, what's good for you, what's bad. But the problem is not doing it. And the problem is not doing the stuff you need to do and continuing to do the stuff that you shouldn't. And that is literally like what really makes sense in a lot of different aspects, right? Because if you think about money, everybody knows that having extensive credit card debt is bad. And everybody generally, right? Everyone knows saving money so you can have, money left over. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. Everyone knows saving money is good. We all know that these two things are generally good and generally bad, but the problem is not the fact that we don't know it. The problem is that we just don't follow the things that we do. So what happened with my workouts is like, I realized that I was constantly negotiating with myself. Even last week, it still happens. I'm not a perfect person. It still happens, but I will say, okay, well, today is Monday. I need to do 10K steps. I need to do my abs and my core. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So then I'll go to the gym to get my 10K steps. And while I can do my literal ab routine at the gym, I'll say, no, I'll do it when I get home. Or I'll do half my walking and say, oh, well, I'll go on a walk later, do the rest later. Or I will say, oh, well, I was going to do my abs today, but I'll do them tomorrow. And it's not that we're lazy. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just that we keep putting too many decision points inside of what we do. Like if your workout routine constantly allows you to keep negotiate, like when you negotiate, what do? You're basically one person and another person going back and forth trying to figure out an even ground. That's what negotiating is. So let's say I want to go buy a car. It costs $10,000, but I want to pay $8,000. I'm going to counter offer so many times until I can get them closer to my number, and they're going to counter offer to get closer to their number. So essentially the two people are not even on the same team, and they're negotiating for something in the middle that neither of them really want. And that's what you're doing with yourself when you do that, because it's literally, instead of a car, this is like 10K steps, right? Oh, well, I could just do it later. And then I know I need to do it now. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll do it tomorrow. But no, I'll do it tonight. Oh, well, I'll get half now, half late. Like you're putting too many decision points within your workouts. Whole time you could have been done with the steps by the time you would, like, if you were thinking about, if you were doing the steps for the same amount of time you were thinking about it, you'd be done with the steps, right? And so we have to realize, like, even for me, the most of the time that I keep negotiating with myself about my 10K steps or other parts of my routine or other parts of my diet, number one is a signal I need to get rid of it or change it. And I obviously don't enjoy it, or it's too hard to keep doing consistently. But I also have to realize that I get to do whatever I want to do based on my body, but I don't have to negotiate with it. So I get to change it whenever it no longer aligns with me, because I don't want to negotiate with myself every single day, because that's, first of all, it's very exhausting. And so that's why I like 10K steps. It is not magic. Like sometimes I get 9,990 steps and I'm like, okay, well, like I'm going home, Some days it's literally 15,000. I'm like, okay, cool. I just don't happen to get that. The number is literally not the point, which is why I like it, because it's kind of counterintuitive. I say 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps. I call myself 10K Kai. Like literally 10,000 steps Kai is what I call myself. But it's counterintuitive because the number really doesn't matter. It's about having just a measurable point that I can literally promise to myself, hey, this is what I'm going for. And it's not a negotiation whether I do it or not. It's a point that is measurable that I can literally strive to hit every single day. And it has honestly wired my brain about fitness too, because 10K steps is not about going to the gym. It's simply about being intentional. You can get 10K steps while you're out at the mall. Maybe you need to do 10K steps while you're like a little bit in the morning. If you know that you're going to be busy that day, just get a few thousand knocked out in the morning, do a 10-minute, 20-minute walk, and then get the rest of it throughout the day. That's not the same as negotiating. I had to personally learn the difference between what is negotiation and what is actually just getting the steps done. And so when I when my brain flipped into like, hey, I'm strategizing how to get the 10K steps done versus like negotiating whether I do them or not, that's where it changed everything. Because just even an example, I was at the gym last week and I was like, okay, well, I got to do my core and my 10K steps. So I'm going to go ahead and do my abs. But what I would do is I would do my favorite ab workout while I was still at the gym. And then by the time I got home, I'm like, oh, well, I already did abs technically, so I don't have to go do my ab routine. So I was literally self-sabotaging myself in that way, because it's like you're going to the gym to get your 10K steps and you already know that you need to do your ab workout, but you keep negotiating with the workout itself by doing a different workout you're not supposed to do. And then by trying to not do them at the gym, but say you're going to do it at home. And now you're just doing a whole bunch of stuff. And so sometimes you do have to change your workouts, right? Because you don't like them, right? I will avoid the workouts I don't like. And I will do the exercises I do like decline sit-ups. I love decline sit-ups and they work amazing. I see almost immediate results whenever I'm doing them. But I have a more sustainable core, a actual ab and core routine that I still need to be doing. So in this case, it's not a matter of getting rid of it or changing it. It's a matter of being strict with myself under, hey, do I want to do decline sit-ups as part of the core routine, or do I want to change the core routine in general, or what? Or do I just need to do what I say I'm going to do? because I had a friend who was talking to me recently, and he was like, hey, like, I know, because he went to the gym and I went to the gym, and he was like, oh, are you still at the gym? I was like, yeah, but I'm about to go home. He's like, is the job done though? And I was like, he literally caught me because I was quote unquote going home to go do my abs. Whole time I literally had no intention of doing the abs. I was like, I had already planned in my head to not do the decline sit-ups, and I was going to go home and do my abs and core, but I really had no intention of doing it, which means I would have done no abs that day at all. And so instead of going home, when he asked me that question, I literally went and did the ab routine. It took like less than 10 minutes to do the full routine. This is like 6 high impact workouts. And that's the part that I really love about the people who are around me, is that they also have the same habits. So they make it really easy to not slip by as well. And the other thing is, a lot of people are trying to look like they're trying instead of actually trying. So for me personally, I believe this about so many different things, but specifically in fitness, it's really, really often the people who want to look like they're committed instead of actually being committed. And I can raise my hand and say I was one of those people. And I am often one of those people. That I'm not perfect, but I don't want to ever post about something I'm not consistently doing and act like I am, because I know that people are watching it and they're going to be like, dang, this girl always gets her steps. Dang, this girl always gets her steps. Whole time I could be posting old videos and I haven't went to the gym in a week. Like, I don't want that to be me. I want to literally actually follow the things that I say. And while I do it for the most part, that's not often good enough. And so that's why I'm also really glad about the people around me, because they're often committed to their own specific goals. And every time they say they're going to the gym or they're going to cook a fresh meal at home, then it makes me very, very healthily influenced, if I could even say that. And I don't want to look like I'm committed online and not actually be. And honestly, that's how the fitness content started. I would walk to the gym and I would do my workout and then I would walk back home. And I was like, you know what? I want to start taking pictures of my Apple Watch so that I can track how many times I actually do it, because sometimes my app on my phone doesn't sync properly. So I would take a picture with my phone, and I started taking those pictures and putting them on my Instagram story. And I was like, oh my gosh, I actually love sharing this. This is great. People are calling me 10K Kai overnight. This is super cool. It's now this like little thing I have going on. And then I decided to start posting on TikTok about it. I'm like, I'm already walking to the gym. I might as well make a video. And so I would film, and then I started filming me on the treadmill, and then me filming doing my other workouts. And then when my friends started to call me out on the workouts I was skipping, I started to make videos exposing myself about the workouts I'm skipping that I don't actually prioritize. And I really can't change these workouts, but I have to still do them. Some of them you can change, you can modify, you can get rid of, you can substitute, but like you can't get rid of an entire group of workouts. You know, if I don't like doing arms, I can't just do no arm workout, right? I have to pick something. But where it comes to abs, it's like, okay, I can do my decline sit-ups, which I love, or I can do a actual core and ab workout. And it's different than just trying to get rid of the whole category. If I could only do abs, I would only do abs and 10K steps if it were up to me. But that's not how you actually keep your body healthy long term and for longevity. And so that's one of my focuses as well, is like the person who is actually walking every single day, actually doing the things. And most of the time when I'm going to the gym or I hit my 10K steps, I forget to record it. But it's just at the times where I do record it, I record a lot of clips. So why I specifically keep posting about walking though, is because walks are not the point, like steps are not the point. I'm basically practicing keeping a promise to myself over and over and over and over. And it's helping in other parts of my life too, to where I actually am doing the things I said I'm going to do, and I'm just practicing it. Like I said that I'm going to do this workout, eat this, do this, go here, do that. And I want to be able to see that I can follow through on it. And Honestly, I'm not trying to become the world's best fitness creator. I really don't want to even be a fitness creator. I literally stumbled into it by already being in the gym consistently for over a year, having a personal trainer and having a meal plan and having all these things in real life. And I just so happened to start recording them way into the journey, like far into it. And I'm also not even trying to be the most fit person. I can be honest, I'm very aesthetics based, and I have to keep that in check sometimes. Like, I'm very, very aesthetics based, especially as a 5'1", normally teetering around like 105 to 109 pounds, which is very small. And I'm also 5'1", if I didn't say that already. As a very petite person, I have to keep my desire for being lean in check because I can get very, very like out of hand. I'm not trying to be the leanest, skinniest person or the strongest person. Literally just want to be the person that does what I said I'm going to do. If I want a certain physique and this is how you get there, that's what I'm going to do. And honestly, that's where the 10K steps came from. I didn't come up with it and I didn't even know what it was, if I'm being honest. I was talking to my personal trainer and I was like, hey, we're going to switch out a lot of my vegetables. Like this was what we came to the conclusion of when we were talking, is that we're going to switch out a lot of my cruciferous vegetables for other ones that have a lot less water, because I was holding a lot of water weight. And so during that process, he was like, well, you're going to start doing 10K steps because you need to start moving your body more. And also, while that's going to help to flatten out your stomach and engage your core a lot more than it already is, in addition to debloating all your water weight, this excess water weight you have. And that's why I started doing 10K steps, and I really haven't stopped since, because it really does engage your core, especially if you're swinging your arms with an Apple Watch or not, right? Because when you swing your arms with an Apple Watch, it tracks your steps. But when you swing your arms, and also if you're doing an incline, both of those things really engage your core, and walking really, really engages your core. So that's why I just kept doing it over time. So if you've been wanting to basically feel like, okay, there's like a little bit of motivation here, or you feel like you're taking care of yourself, it's literally, to me, it's not the motivation. It's really about the workout being so easy to do and just something that's easy to remember. 10K steps is like something so easy to remember. You can constantly try to get steps in throughout your day and not negotiate with doing the steps or not, but you can strategize different fun ways to actually get the steps done. So for me, that's the biggest change. It's like when I stopped asking myself what I felt like doing, and I just kept saying, like, what is the thing I'm supposed to do? What is the thing I'm supposed to do? Like, sometimes it's my protein shake. Sometimes it's the walk. Sometimes it's the workout. Sometimes it's whatever. And it's not going to be perfect, especially as a human, but also especially as a woman, because our body needs different things than men do. And so we have to constantly, attend to our bodies and what our body needs. And if we're not giving our body what it needs, we're not going to have the energy to work out. We're not going to have the mental bandwidth to go and do a workout, even if it is just 10K steps. We're not going to have the bandwidth to go do the grocery shopping and get the organic, 100% pure, whatever thing that we need to go get from the grocery store. The goal is just becoming somebody that trusts yourself over time. And that's exactly what I'm doing just in public.